a fan of the A rush.
I think at least some utility. We have been lacking in that regard, and on this game at least anyway from them. Yesterday we watched them play Nuke. They did use quite a lot of utility, but I think their executions lacked the kind of sync up with the use of utility. So hopefully seeing a bit more, a bit more understanding of what you're doing with it and why you're using it in the ways that you are would be nice to see.
Ooh, the dualies, they're doing work. Deadly gets 2, almost gets the 3rd, and this A-rush is shut down completely. Deadly with 2, and his teammates are there to back him up to kill the rest. CMK will have it all to do. Doesn't have the bomb. Oh, that's a nice gush onto caution. And
make him back off a little bit for definite.
Yeah, at least respect the play. Ooh, static. Unable to get that kill, but he does put out the player, and the double peak will come through. Overall, a pretty clean round from Rasta.
Yeah, definitely. I think that molly was a missed molly coming into A site. I don't think it landed quite as cleanly as they would have wanted to, which is why Ken Deadly is able to stay up there for as long as he did and put as much damage as he did into the high players pushing through. But happens. It is what it is. You live and learn from it, kind of thing. But this is a big outside play from Hyve.
Absolutely, they are just pushing outside like no man's business. Bomb does manage to sneak its way down secret. We will wait and see if they can get the bomb down. CMK is going to try and lurk in this outside area, but the rotations do come through. I wouldn't be surprised if, they come back up the vent trying to get the bomb down on A. Gilbert does get some nice shots onto players with a bit of help from Kindedly, and that's 2-0.
Yeah, indeed, 2-0. Again, CT-sided is what we were talking about previously with Nuke and what everyone talks about with Nuke. I think Hyve, given that we've seen how much they allowed Rasta to run away with rounds on Inferno, they run the risk of this being very much a brutal kind of first half for them. Having that CT advantage as well.
Yeah, Hyve going back to their tried and tested slow play style, waiting out the CT utility. There are 3 MP9s in play as well as a FAMAS, so you're going to see the CTs play some off angles, maybe push for info a bit more than they perhaps want to. You see that crossfire setup on the outside. They would definitely prefer M4s, but make do with what you can get.
There's a lot of love in chat for Woods again, which is nice. Nice to see.
Yeah. And any player that's able to build off their own brand is a successful player in my eyes. So good on him for getting his mates in chat.
It's a good dummy this is as well from Hyve. They've made a lot of noise towards ramp. They've pulled a lot of attention towards ramp, and then they just double back. Still 30 seconds left on the clock for them to try and make something of this. Some sort of effort. Oh, there's a player behind. Okay.
Oh, he gets a 2. I think they have the prospect of more, but he's done more than enough. It's just left to Perky now. Gilbert is fighting with 2 HP. He will go down. What a flank from K there. Absolutely cracks that round wide open. Perky, he just runs onto the A site. There is 8 seconds left, and Kindedly knows it. Stellar play from K and the rest of the crew at Rasta there.
I didn't even see him come through the rear. I'll be honest with you. Looking at the mini map, even how he managed to get around that, because they, Hyve still had the player outside. Unless actually no, they didn't, did they? Because Yano dropped back down and went inside.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate for Hyve. D-goal round here coming in. Not a bit of utility to use, but I think they're just reliant again on frags.
I'm not sure if they ate a nade there or something, but a bunch of players on the high side just took a bunch of damage. It's not an ideal spot to be in, although donning 5 deagles means that you can get away and get kills with any HP. Vacancy tries to clear out the trophy room. And it looks like they're going to make their way through ramp. Caution, probably only gets one, and well, tries to get one and drops down. Smart play from him.
Just don't want to get overwhelmed in that position, because you can stay behind for a little bit too long there and get caught out.
Yeah. It's very much like Banana on Inferno. Outstay your welcome and you'll outstay your life. Ooh, Vacancy does spot out the player outside, but it's a bit too little too late. Does lose his life for his position. There is 46 seconds left on the clock, but as you can see on the win percentage, there is quite the favour towards the Rasta side of things.
Yeah, again, I mentioned this earlier, no utility for Hyve, no armour, nothing, just straight up deagles and that's it. Try something new, but buy at least something that you can use to push yourself into sight, not dry.
Yeah, create a bit of space for yourself. There is only 15 seconds as they push. Yano does get one. That will help with the economy damage, but it's not quite good enough for a round. We move on to round 5 now. Caution. He's not really turned up to the server. No kills, no deaths, but on the other side of things, CMK, 0 kills, 4 deaths. I want to see these players warm into the game, although Nuke, unlike a lot of maps, you can win a game without really seeing many people, so we'll see how the rounds progress.
First round as well with Deadly picking up that ult.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should have some fun outside as well, because there are a few high players spotted outside ready for him. He does have a player close by as well to give him that little bit of extra protection, but backing up to CT is not a bad idea.
Yeah, they do opt for the garage side wall of smokes, and earlier on they did have a gap in one of the smokes. Ooh, Static pushes through a smoke, pulls out their knife, and he gets traded. This will be a crunch towards the A site of things. Oh no, they go down vents actually. Deadly gets 2 AWP shots, and that is outstanding from that man. It's all left on Woods now. He might just go straight for this plant. He does. That will help towards the following rounds. Next round on site. Gets the first. He's got 2 more to find. Oh, unlucky. Gilbert is there to trade, and that is 5-0 Rasta.
Be like, well, where's the AWP plan? He is hunting for the. I was going to say the AWP's underneath him, but
yeah,
he's like, where did you drop your AWP at? What's going on here? In chat, waiting until the last 20 seconds. He's not wrong. I mean, like he's calling it as he sees it, and I'm in agreement with him. That is pretty much the way that Hyve are running things at the minute. It's swing out, try and get a pick. If they get a pick, they just hold back immediately. But that just allows Rasta that chance to be able to like edge themselves around. You know, like figure out which direction they need to be pushing in, and you know which direction they need to be holding in.
Nice flash. Static is there to cover Deadly's back, but oh, Vacancy. He manages to push around, and that kill is pretty big actually. It does concede outside control to Hyve, and they will welcome that with open arms. Yano able to get K. I think he pushed through lobby. Yeah. So we'll see Hyve slow things down yet again. Maybe try and get Woods in another picking opportunity. Caution, sorry.
Caution.
In a very awkward spot. He's having to watch the push from Hell as well as the push from Trophy Room.
Well, this is the thing. Vacancy's smashed window at Hell to make him, you know, instantly believe that someone is going to be there. I mean, he's not wrong. They're in heaven, but you know, it's a good fake out from him, and it kind of draws the attention that way. When in reality, everything else is happening on A side.
If you notice, actually, what's happened is the T's and CTs have swapped position. Now the Rasta players are stuck in a position where they have to entry onto their own site now. Woods is stuck in mini with the AWP. He will be called upon shortly. And as we say so, he gets shut down straight away. It's just Vacancy and Perky now, holding off the push from the Rasta players. They do close onto the site. That's a nice flashbang. Doesn't quite hit the mark though. Ooh, Vacancy stuck reloading. Static is low. He taps the bomb. Yeah, Vacancy's going to clean that up every day of the week. Nice 2k from him. But
That's a good round. It's a good round from Hyve at least, anyway. You know, yeah, yes, they don't manage to save anything into it, but realistically, I think they just needed that one on the board, if that makes sense.
Yeah. In fact, that one win does knock Rasta down onto a really awkward buy. Having to buy around the awkward Caution's hands. I assume he will be bringing it to Ram.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an
aggressive angle.
Yeah.
He's
not really seen much of the game.
Yeah, I mean, considering the position that they're in, eco-wise, it's like...
Ooh. Oh! I almost want to say that he should have gone down there, but he manages to take CMK out, and Static doubling up as well. Static has been instrumental in these CT rounds. He has shut down this Hyve push, and it's just vacancy and Perky left. They're just going to have to not miss nades and push onto this A site. Gilbert does go down from the two AKs. They don't notice the play sneaking up Ben. They do molly it, but do they expect Kindedly to be in her? Well, it doesn't matter, because Caution's there to shut them down. Nice play in the end from Rasta, and they answer right back. It was an awkward buy for them, but ends up being a not so awkward round win.
Pause maybe, Hyve? No.
Yeah.
Pause. Yeah, I mean, Static he's just everywhere, isn't he? He is an everywhere player. Like, whatever Rasta seemed to let a little stack go, Static is there straight away, and he's able to like recover that dead ground and recover the picks that have been missed. He's playing very, very well on this map.
It's the perfect opportunity to say that Static is not so static, but I'll let it pass this time.
Yeah. Let me have that one. I'll keep that one back for another time.
They do see a very aggressive ramp push actually come out of Hyve, and this is the perfect change of pace that they needed. K is the only one there to greet them. Vacancy will come up against him, can't adjust in time, but Perky's there for the trade. It is a 3 versus 3 retake, and Bomb does go down. I'm curious to see how many bomb plants Hyve have actually had. They've had, I think, maybe 3, or no, only 2 so far. Yeah. So, yeah, getting some more bomb plants is critical to their success in this half. Ooh, Gilbert almost catches player off guard. Does manages to retreat, however. Ooh, almost. Deadly, being as audacious as ever. It does get 1 no scope. Not good enough for 2. Static, again, being not so static. But maybe not enough for this clutch.
Oh, unlucky.
Unfortunately, it's not quite good enough. Yeah, no.
Oh.
Well, tries to save the AWP, but he does lose his life. And
he's literally a second away, isn't he? Well, that's the worst thing about that.
Yeah, the economy now, all the players going down, no one's in a good spot. I don't think anyone can even bring the AWP out.
No.
Yeah, the CTs, they're stuck on a half buy, or rather just pistols.
Maybe he said to me around, is there anything in CS you'd like to see? Drop in money. That's just a massacre going down in trophy room.
Absolutely. 2 players do go down for Hyve, and probably will impact their buy into the next round, but not significant enough to knock them onto an eco.
Yeah, can you imagine this game if you were able to drop money to each other?
Yeah. I mean, they have added that feature now where you can buy features from the menu. Yeah,
but still not quite the same, is it? Like if I'm sat at 4K and you could drop me, the like an extra grand, for example, then yeah, it's game changing, literally game changing. Anyway, pipe dreams and all that.
Do you see the outside smokes cause a rotation from K? Sorry to interrupt you there.
It's okay, it's fine. I was going to say, yeah, they're pushing that rotation from K, but it's going to be a big A execute again.
Yeah.
Hyve basically working on the understanding if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. K does scramble to make his way back up the vent, and yeah, he'll lose his life for it. Caution is there to double up with Kindedly. They are fighting heavily from heaven, and they're going to need to continue to do so. They're the only players left. They should probably save out this, but Hyve having none of it, they're going to hunt them down. Woods isn't quite on the mark with that one, but both the CT players are on 7 HP. Caution, 7 HP, he went in, like, gets the 3rd on Perky. I mean, audacious play out of him, but still going to save regardless. if you would have got that kill with Fraction sooner, you might have seen them go for it, to be honest.
14 HP between the two of them.
Yeah.
They're just like hiding separate from each other as well. I mean, yeah, you know, it forces Rasta to buy up around the AWP again, though, doesn't it, really? I mean, yeah, Caution has an M4 to play with. Caution can afford to buy utility as well. I don't know. He hasn't bought any utility, though, which is weird.
Probably hoping to drop maybe a rifle or SMG over to K in the next round, perhaps.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that would make sense, actually.
Deadly pushing trophy room with the AWP. This isn't difficult. Oh, he doesn't see the player going past because K blocks his vision. However, K is able to pick up the first. Oh, Deadly slightly off the mark with that one. You do see the bomb moving outside in garage. Or is that lower? I can't tell. I think that's out. Yeah, that's outside. Nuke with his wonders of. Oh, he did quite spot that out. They spot each other. Vacancy just taps him away. Deadly rings one off, but Deadly, he's very audacious with his positioning. He puts himself in those, you know, must clutch spots, and to be fair to him, he has had a lot of impact in those positions. But
yeah,
this round it ends up costing him his life, and probably going to end up costing Rasta the round. 6-5. This is the kind of comeback that we were hoping for from Hyve. They have worked their way into this half after all.
Rasta maybe go for a weapon. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh,
Rasta go for a weapon. I mean, Static go for a weapon, but yeah.
Oh, what are your thoughts on the Dust to B site saving spot and closet?
Don't really have much thought on it. I mean, Dust 2's not really a map I play all that often, to be honest with you. I tend to avoid it. I do tend to avoid it as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, going into this round actually is really interesting round. There's 12 rounds in, right, and one player in the entire server has broken 10 kills, and that is Static at 14. I kind of think it's a bit of a slow start from both teams. I mean,
yeah,
that is reflected in the score lines, 6-5. But yeah, lots of saves going on in this game, and to be honest, it's not the worst thing to happen. But I'm sure that players on both sides will probably be a little bit frustrated with their performance.
Well, this is the thing. You know, we discussed this before. 5 rounds for Hyve. Be happy with that going into a CT side on this map. But realistically, if they can claw more out of this, and Rasta are playing in the way they are as it is, you know, Hyve do have a higher potential for clawing more rounds out of it, which is just going to make, you know, their switch to CT even more better. More better? You know what I mean?
No worries.
I just think it's going to have a bigger impact in the long game wise.
What a shot! He just spots him out the corner of his eye and he's just laser beams him. What? That is outstanding from the man. It's just after Caution now. 1 versus 4. He does think about going up the ladder, but Woods is there.
He's got a single. Yeah, I mean, he's got a single flashbang.
Yeah.
Again, I don't see him realistically going for it.
No,
it would be nice to see him
just like push. Just push at the ladder and see what happens. It's kind of like one of those who wins in a like bear versus lion question. You know?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, exactly. Who shot first? That's the question. Is Yano going to check his corner? He does.
Oh, he does. Yano hunting with 6 HP. I'm not so sure about that one.
I think he's just been so upset about dying to bomb every time, because he seems to be the one player that sticks around on site for as long as he possibly can, just to ensure there's no like sneaky little ninja in the background, or to lock the site down for as long as he can. 6-6 though into round 13. I mean, who would have thought this going into this map that Hyve would be able to bring it back to level heading?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, does manage to make his way into the secret position. Let's see if he can get any work done here. He is the only rifle on the Rasta side of things. And yeah, he just gets spammed out straight away. It's unfortunate for Rasta, but it looks like it's going to be 6-7 moving into the latter stages of this half.
And the thing is, if Hyve can keep... Hyve notoriously not that good at pistol rounds, but if they can get a good win off the pistol round, that then puts us in the realm of high potential for us to go to map 3.
Yeah, absolutely. The CTs do regroup around ramp, and they end up feeding Hyve some kills. Pad their stats a little bit. Deadly spat. He can pad his own stats, picking up 2. But that might be all he can get from this round. He will try and save the. No, he goes for more.
Bloodlust.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. It's happened. 3 more players join Static above 10 kills as we move to the penultimate round of the half. Again,
I'm sure you're throwing big words out at me in that as well. God, what's going on there? It's weird. We go on break and we come back, and it's like we both swallowed a dictionary. What's going on here? Yano is dead. Caution there with the on ramp. Yeah. Picks him up nicely.
Double up setup as well. I like to see it. Rasta mixing things up, seeing if they can get anything else to it. Oh, that's a nice flash to push Deadly off the angle. Oh, Vacancy has snuck past. He does make noise running, but Woods, he's able to pick up the kill onto Deadly regardless. Hyve do lose 2 players in the process, although this mini commitment, I'm not so sure if it's going to work out for them. Static is the man of the hour for Rasta. Correcting myself. It will leave things on Woods's and Vacancy's shoulders. Woods speckling a shot into mini. Ooh. However, Vacancy will be the one to pick up 2 kills. Absolutely critical out of him. Hyve do realise that Caution had the up on ramp. Oh, Vacancy almost taking his head clean off. Caution, he's going to take space based off that.
Oh, the timing of that.
Barely able to not get that kill. There is 30 seconds left on the clock. And yeah, Woods has swapped out his AWP for an AK. I didn't know when that happened, but that's probably the right thing to do, especially in a post-plant situation. You know, he's done the damage with the AWP that he needed to. Time to see what I can do with an AK now. Caution. Very cautious, pushing out of the decon room, but maybe not cautious enough. They can see to take him out with a nice 3k into the round.
Just doesn't see that shoulder as he peeks and swings into it.
No, yeah. That is the benefit of jiggling a corner. Move into the last round of the half now. Who do you fancy taking up this last round?
Hyve have done everything right so far. You know, look at the buy that Rasta put into play as well. You know, it's a mixed bag essentially. So I think if Hyve can continue the momentum, it's going to be them. If Vacancy continue, continues to pick frags like that, it's definitely going to be Hyve.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we missed it a little bit there. There was a lobby crunch that was attempted by Rasta. And I say attempted because it failed ultimately. Vacancy mollying his teammate off, saying, nope, I'm getting all the kills in this round. Okay, and Static will have to retake in the last round of this half. There is no kit to speak of yet, but they may still be able to pull it off. There's a lot of nades to hold them off the push. And Vacancy in that dirty off angle. He will be able to help close out the half. 6-9 going towards Hyve. They are leading their way through the start of this game. course, Hyve on the back foot. They do need to win this map to take it to a third. So yeah, they're putting themselves in the best position to do so, putting their best foot forward as so.
Ah,
It's one of the animations not working there.
1 second.
Oh, right. Okay. That would explain why.
Yeah, that does explain why, but we're not going to talk about what just happened. Hyve, again, notoriously not the best on pistol rounds.
They do have a game plan for this round, getting sets of utility out. It looks like they're going to go for the A push, especially with the Molly pick. Although, as I say that, they posture towards ramp. Cast a curse biting me. Oh no, okay. You know what? I'm just going to stop speaking and let them execute before I say anything else.
No, I mean, I do think they're going to go away, definitely. Oh, that's so bad timed.
CMK absolutely wrecking people in hut. He's still alive somehow. Trades do come through, and it ends up being a 2 versus 2. There is one man in vents. Oh, they're going to drop down on him. They don't expect him to be there, though. Caution, and Yano will be facing off in this round. They do meet each other, but shots do come out, and Yano comes out on top. 10 to 6 now. Hyve, they needed that pistol, and they get it.
Could this be Hyve's chance to go to map 3? Because it's a big possibility now. It's a huge possibility now, in fact.
Absolutely. It's going to break our curse of casting 2 maps for every game, but if
I'm
it
happy
leads to
for
some
it.
good CS, yeah.
Just imagine LVN sitting there going, finally they get 3 maps. Jeez. I've been waiting all weekend for them to get it. It's a huge grenade.
Ooh. Lots of damage done to these two side players, and they can see he's going to greet them with open arms,
gets the
an
ace.
MP9 and a knife.
And he gets the
outstanding ace, yeah. 1 HP left on the man as well.
I was trying to get to him as quick as I could with the CS, with the observer camera, but every time I clicked the button, it would go to one of the T players, and the T player would then get killed by him. So it would just continuously drop me into like no camera mode.
No worries. So, did bring up LVN. Thanks to him for organising this tournament.
Indeed.
Unfortunate that Audacity couldn't be playing, but
first of many, though, I think is probably the best way of putting it, isn't it? Really, you know what? With a bit of luck, we'll get more UKCS.
Absolutely. Ooh.
Would not want to be on the receiving end of that.
The door. Yeah. Imagine coming through your bedroom door and seeing 2 CTs there.
It's not how it wants to. How we want it to be.
Yeah. Woods doesn't quite see the player to his left, but doesn't matter. He's already run 1 headshot off. Tries to go for the second. Ooh, tags caution up, and players are still there fighting.
You don't want to mess with Woods as well, do you?
Ooh, static, showing that he's got his own version of the scout, but it's an AK. There are 2 players positioned either side of the vents, hoping to set up this crossfire. There's 40 seconds left on the clock as well. We will see Rasta pushing onto this A site now. Ooh, Perky spots out the push. They do get the frag onto him. And, oh, the CMK gets shut down by King Deadly. It's just left on Yano now. Rasta, strong start into this round, and it looks like we'll see a 7th being put on the board. King Deadly just waiting for Yano. Greets him with a bullet to the face. It's like that situation when you're climbing up the treehouse ladder and one of the mean kids just kicks you off.
For a reference. I love it.
Perky brings out the auto. I wonder if he's going to be sitting top hut or not. Oh, there is going to be a quick A round here. We might see the shotgun come into play. CMK is the one on A site to greet them. No one else is there to help him. And it's going to be a 4 versus 4 retake.
Auto or SMG though? That's the question.
I mean, actually, I didn't notice that at first, but Perky doesn't actually have armor.
No, he doesn't.
That's rough. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. On the list of things you just don't want to see. That is
Yeah.
way up there.
I mean, after that smoke goes down, covering Mini, he's just kind of left holding his shotgun in his hands to modify the phrase, and oh,
Upgrade?
okay,
Yes, thank you. Okay.
yeah. I was gonna say we might have seen I think it was a Godson moment, maybe a Mouseport's moment where the site's cleared out and Perky goes for the ninja, but not to be in that round. Hyve, they are knocked onto an awkward buy situation as we move to this awesome transition. You can see on the scoreboard, vacancy topping the scoreboard and the lobby with 21 kills, 14 deaths. Good to see him waking up in the server. He hasn't been top all the time, but when he is top, he definitely has all the impact. And we see the ADR. CMK actually topping the lobby in terms of ADR 104 and vacancy not far behind 98.
Good
On the other side of things,
static.
yeah, absolutely, actually. Static, he has 96 at ADR, so he's putting in a lot of work for Rasta, but it's not resulting in a lot of converted rounds. We will commence round 20 of 30 here as we come to the end of this map. Hyve, they're in a strong position round-wise, but in this round, they don't have the best buy.
Don't I think that it's just very telling of Hyve, the type of buy rounds they've had so far.
Yeah, no, he's forced off the angle there. Rasta is very aggressive with their push onto the B site now. They should get the bomb planted shortly after discovering that the site is clear.
Yeah, indeed.
Bit unlucky there from Yano. They were kind of stacked hoping that Rasta would commit to A, but it's not to be. Is this going to be a 10-man end to the round?
No, it can't be. I mean, it looks as though it will be. I mean, Hyve have like fully backed off. Perky and
trying to get
Woods
some exit frags, perhaps.
Yeah, Perky Woods backed off completely, trying to just save what they've got. Oh,
Speaking of Perky and Woods, they will be called upon.
it's a good round from Rasta. They've just made use of the fact that Hyve don't have the cash of the cash roll ability. They've pretty much been openly allowed to take a site. They've made use of it. They planted a bomb. They've got the money out of that. They then picked up 3 frags towards the end of it. They've done what they needed to do essentially to put one on the board.
Yeah, absolutely cementing themselves in this half as well. You can see T-side money is starting to bulge, and Hyve, they're going to try and make do with what they can afford. It's going to be a quick A-take from the looks of things, or at least a fake committal. They do move towards a ramp, and Yano will be there to greet them. It is all on him to shut this play down. Woods gets the first, Yano doubles up for the second, but that's all that they can muster. Hyve will have to rotate down to this B site as Rasta make their way onto the site. There's a lot of players in this tournament that have I don't remember their actual name. All I know them though is their pet name, the butt plugs. But
oh yeah, Shadow Daggers. Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah. I was wondering where you're going with that. I was like, what's going on here real quick?
Well, speaking. I'm not going to say what I was
you're
going to say.
literally about to say something, and I was like, I'm going to let you talk real quick. But this ain't gonna end
Not going
well.
to dig that hole any deeper. Vacancy doesn't have a kit. Tap the bomb, forcing Gilbert out, but the adjustment is too crisp, and he gets 3 on that round. We did highlight him earlier in the tournament. Not the strongest performer for Rasta, but he ends up getting the clutch, and a much needed clutch for Rasta in the end there. Hyve, they are knocked into an eco situation. unfortunate for them, as it looks like Rasta will take over on the scoreboard.
I did see earlier on when we were talking about the feedback side of things, has he taken it on board? And apparently he has.
Yeah,
he definitely has.
Getting a nice entry onto the site. 2 of them, in fact. K getting a Mac 10 to boot. And yeah, that's going to be a quick round. Seeing a sticker on Caution's AK there in the hands of Gilbert. Are you a fan of stickers on guns?
I don't know, I mean, like, it adds value to a lot of them. I know, obviously, skins aren't the same as they used to be, for obvious reasons, and, you know, they're not valued as much as they used to be as well, depending on what platform you're using. But yeah, I was a fan of them at one point or another. Adds a little bit of flair, really, doesn't it? You know, show support for your team as well. I think that was always the nicest part of it for me, was being able to, you know, show support for the NA teams that I liked, or the EU teams that I enjoyed watching.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, that's right. The UKCS caster talking about how he likes NA teams. I know it's a bit of a taboo subject, but yeah, it does happen. I just feel like we can respect each other. You know what I mean? We're all here for the same reason.
Yeah, there's an understanding there, and an understanding there is from the T's to the CTs as they push onto the site. K is left on his lonesome, and Woods does double up to finish out that round. Nice overall from Hyve. They do only have 2 players alive, and that will knock on to their economy, but they will buy up regardless. Gilbert, he has over 15k, so Rasta, they're going to be pretty comfortable moving into the latter stages of Nuke. Of course, to repeat what I said earlier, Hyve do need to win this map to bring it to a third. It does look possible right now, but it's also anyone's game. Woods going for the aggressive peek outside. He does get flashed, but he's not going to spot Caution out quite yet. Oh, he spots the shoulder, gets away, but can't get the spam afterwards. Caution with a big kill onto Woods. Deadly doubling up. This is not how Hyve wanted to start the round out, but it's how they're going to end up finishing it.
Just love the fact that Rasta kind of forcing these early frags in. Hyve, you know, we've said this earlier on. Hyve are very much slowed down. They like to keep the tempo low at points. They want to. Never mind. We want to. I was like, they're going to see each other. They must be able to see each other. Yeah, we've seen them slow things down. We've seen them move too fast. You know, but Rasta just not really give them any options other than to move at our pace.
Yeah, that was such a critical frag. Gilbert taking CMK out, it really locks Yano out of the round. Gilbert goes down there and it's just on Deadly with the AWP on site, then it's definitely doable for Hyve, but Yano got no map control to speak of. He does make his way into Mini, perhaps speculating where they can go for this round. Oh, he's going to commit. He does catch Gilbert out, but Deadly is there to trade. And that's going to be 12-12. It's all even.
Can't help but feel that saving that AK would have been a bit more beneficial. You're looking at the economy stats that we've got in front of us from Hyve. They don't have a lot of cash to spread around. It forces their hand into an eco, which they would have been in anyway. You know, I'll agree that they would have been in one anyway. But at least having a rifle there to kind of help things out, you know, and help with the momentum that they need to push behind.
Yeah. Ooh, Yano with an outstanding shot onto Deadly. Perky also has a Zeus. I just want to bring that up because I want to see that come out at some point, actually. So rewarding getting a Zeus and then hearing that little yelp of the T side. But we'll see it come into play.
I have it as a soundbite on my soundboard, and I like to play it every now and again in servers. Just randomly play it.
It is. It's almost as satisfying as getting a Deagle headshot, to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think I've only ever gotten like 1 or 2 Zeus kills. Again, it's because my IGL is always saying, "Oh, don't do that." Might get one.
Oh, static. You will be the man challenging Zeus. Oh, too fast on the trigger. Perky left wanting more. I'm wondering where they actually threw the AWP, because I did notice that after Yano's headshot, they did store the AWP somewhere. Woods is in search of it. He does find it, in fact. And yeah, he'll look to save that.
Yeah, I was going to say, King Deadly's AWP is still somewhere around trophy, wasn't it? That's a big weapon to take back with you, though. Both of them got guns now. Well, Mac 10, but still, nonetheless, both of them take away weapons from this.
Yeah, it's gonna keep that.
No.
Oh, no way.
No way. Oh, okay, that would have been audacious.
Oh, caution. He goes back to stop the fuse. I mean, he does enough to stop it. Well, he would have been there in time, but yeah, we move round 26, 13-12. Rasta take the lead again.
Can't believe I'm going to say this, but I really wanted that to work for Yano. That little tap right at the very end, I was like, come on, stick it, see what happens, you know. I don't know if, I mean, would Caution have got back in time? I mean, the 4-second countdown time from it, he's coming from Squeaky Door.
I can only speculate, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, King Deadly, he does reach 20 kills, helping Static out on the scoreboard, and that does actually convert into rounds. So maybe if they just let King Deadly get all the kills, they'd be getting this easy map win. But we are in round 26. There is a trade out. Woods gets the nice pick onto King Deadly. It's a 3 versus 3, but it's all on Woods' shoulders. Oh, he does nice adjustment. He does get flashed, but it's a bit too late. Caution, wanting that flash a little bit earlier from his teammate. Oh, he doesn't quite see the tip of the the head.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know what? Yeah. I get you. I know what you meant. I think everyone would know what you meant there. Again, it's one of those things of like, you know, even without X-ray, you can see that head.
Oh, they have bomb. I've just noticed. Hyve. They've absolutely got control of the bomb here, and that's a massive oversight on the side of Rasta.
No utility from Rasta either.
Yeah, 30 seconds. They're going to have to force the issue here. Dive up the ladder. Oh, I was going to say feed Vacancy some kills, but Static proves me wrong. Gilbert, he's still going to try and make something of this round. 20 seconds left. And yep, gets shut down by Yano. Ends up being 13-13. And that's really unfortunate for Rasta there. They make some good progress outside, even able to shut down Woods in the end, but that's just a huge oversight. I'm surprised that the Hyve players were able to figure out that the bomb was up there, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
same.
Yeah,
a bit of a. It's one of those sort of things of like, well, we've got no more utility left. We've got no real way of pushing this. You're spraying on a ladder definitely doesn't help, you know, for recoil control.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rasta, again, they're forced into that position where they have to make that choice, and obviously there is no other choice other than to go up the ladder and face the music, so to speak.
Yep, very true. Do you think this is going to go all the way?
It's too back and forth, really, isn't it? That's the big thing of it. I suppose it depends on who gets to 15 first. You know, and at the minute, because of how back and forth it is, and looking at the economy side of things, where both teams are really going to have to vie for the money out of this round to be able to take them through into the next, it's kind of too open. I'm gonna say Rasta.
Okay.
I just feel, you know, knowing what we know about Hyve, that they lack that kind of ability to finalise the round. I just feel like we're going to see that again. And look at this from K.
Oh, nice adjustment there onto Berkey. I'm not sure if Hyve were even aware that Rasta had made their way onto the B site, to be honest. They didn't react until far too late. There was only 50 seconds left on the round, but Woods tries the quick adjustment, not quite able to make it in time, and he's stuck on his lonesome now. 1 versus 4. Don't fancy his chances into the round, but he's sticking around.
Oh, he looks behind him, there's nothing there. Yeah. King Deadly is able to finish the round out. Again, I think that's Hyve no choice. They've got to buy into this one.
Yeah, backs to the wall now.
They really have got backs to the wall, and it's now on Rasta to be able to kind of push forward and repeat what we just saw from them, where they do a really good switcheroo on them, and they push down to B instead of A side. You know, everyone's a little bit too late to realise what's happened from a Hyve perspective, and by the time they realise, it's already too far gone.
Deadly tagged up by Yano there. Some nice utility usage. But Rasta, they're gonna do a little impression of Hyve and slow things down. Oh, static. Lovely entry onto Yano. Turkey, he's there to trade, but he only gets one on the low player. Now going to be a 3 versus 4 situation. Ooh, Rasta opting to go back to A.
Can't help but think that's a mistake.
Yeah, CMK is there. Oh, that's a critical frag to grab as well. Rasta, they do work together well to be able to get that frag, and they don't expect this second player to come up the vent actually. 57 seconds left. There is no kit in play quite yet. Ooh, Woods almost gets caught out. It's all on Caution's shoulders now. They can see he cleans up. 14-14. This is absolutely as back and forth as you can get.
Yeah, it really is. It's just constant.
I'm curious to see the 15% win chance on the T side with no one alive.
So, I mean, you know, they're counting that they forget to who's the bomb, I suppose. I don't know.
Maybe pull a G2 impression
I feel like we
don't find the bomb.
I feel like we really need to find out how this win percentage is calculated. Because like, that makes absolutely zero sense to me whatsoever.
Alright, Hyve. They don't opt to bring out the double up. And in fact, they will be on somewhat of a weaker buy, so I'm tempted to say that whoever wins this round will win the game.
Same.
Tough situation to be in. 14-14 is the scoreline, of course, but we see Rasta taking very dominant outside control. There's 3 CTs there to catch them. Woods able to trade out his teammate. He doubles up on his kills, looking for more. Does drop down, able to get away, but there is a player close. He has the spider sense, he's singling, and he retreats. He does concede heaven, however, so the A site is a bit more vulnerable. Just as we say that, K gets a nice entry onto the A site. CMK almost drops as well. He does survive, but only to be traded out by Static, and the back and forth trades are telling of the back and forth rounds. Gilbert takes out Yano, looking the wrong way, and it's all on Woods. I mean,
if you wanted to rest on a specific player, Woods is the player you wanted to rest on.
Yeah, I was going to say he was outstanding on Inferno, a bit less so on this map, but definitely not a bad place to have in the clutch situation. Oh, I think he heard the jump up there. Just catches the top of Static's heads. Oh, smart molly. Does he know? He does now. He can smoke out the bomb and commit to this.
He's going to commit. He's committed.
Yeah, he's going to have to. No kit. He scopes in to try and push Gilbert off, but Gilbert knows better. 15-14. Rasta's chance to close this map out. Bring it to a 2-0.
I'm going to say 2 letters to you. Actually, I'm not going to say the 2 letters. I think you already know what the 2 letters I'm referring to. We haven't had it yet in the 24 hours that we've been going. You know, is it feasible? Stranger things have happened with the Eagles. Again, you know, this is a huge push.
Ooh, CMK is caught flying, but can't make any of the Rasta players catch any bullets. Caution with some nice entries into sight, and yeah, that's going to be it.
I think this is it.
Kurth continues. 2 maps.
Yep, done.
16-14s can measure